And now, here are your hosts, Sherry Brown and Tom Lucas.
And we're coming up to 10 o'clock on the West Coast. It's time now for the Radio Real Estate Show. We just heard Anne Murray saluting the Beatles with "You Can't See Me," or "You Won't See Me." And then I thought for a second, but you can, because people can actually watch the show as well as listen to it, right?
Yes, they can.
Pretty exciting stuff. Yes, Bill. We'll see. Bill is okay because he's always dressed up.
Yes.
He always has...
dress for success.
I'm a little more casual today, but...
And I'm a lot more casual, but that's all right.
But you're always casual.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, I clean up pretty good.
I saw that once.
Well, once is enough. Once is enough.
So, yes,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that you can go watch us at the RadioRealEstateJan10th2015 and just click on Watch Us.
Yeah, because we have like a video podcast of that thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So you could watch us, you could listen to us, you could listen to us on radio, you could listen to us online. Bill's taking notes. That's good.
I am. What's that number again?
What number?
RadioRealEstateShow.ca.
The real estate show.
That would be the URL for the website, would it not?
That's right,
Yeah.
the World Wide Web.
www, Bill.
And they do email now as well. Email.
Really?
Yes.
Email.
I know you guys are a
Kind of
little
electronic?
behind the times.
Is that electronic? Is that what the E
But
stands
there
for?
is the electronic email.
Or eerie.
email.
I thought that meant elective. You could do it or not do
Or
it.
not do it, tells you the truth. Right? Maybe. It's 10:01. It's the Radio Real Estate Show. Our mortgage expert, you hear him right there. Bill Macklem is the president of the company. It's Macklem Mortgages. He's in the studio with us as usual today. In just a few minutes, Bill, you will have the weekly mortgage rate update, right?
Absolutely, and they're
All right.
fabulous.
And Bill will also answer your mortgage question of the week.
Later in the show, I'll be talking about, why should you use a mortgage broker
I don't
rather
know.
than your banker?
Why? Why would I want to use a mortgage broker instead of my banker?
That is the question.
Will you give us the answer?
I will.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
And Finn Jensen, our radio real estate handyman, says once we get into January a little more, things will start to pick up speed.
Well, we're almost halfway through January now, so come on, speed.
And it's happening.
We'll also be hearing from Dan Sander and Katrina May of Hollyburn Properties. They're going to be talking about helping out with hidden costs this morning. Plus, we'll hear about a great rental opportunity available at Shaughnessy House on West 12th Avenue near Granville on the city's west end.
And Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming up. If you have a question for Bill, go to our website, RadioRealEstateShow.ca. Bill will answer your question on the next week's show.
And Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Realty is on the show today to discuss the situation real estate-wise out in the Tri-Cities and looking forward to 2015.
And Mark Perry, our radio real estate voice of the Valley, is with us. And this morning, Mark takes a look at some of the activities taking place in the Fraser Valley over the weekend. It's now 10:02, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
Thank you, Sherry. It's time now to find out what's going on in the world of money with Bill Macklem, the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Mortgage rates looking good?
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
So everybody's hearing on the news, and everybody's got their expert friend that knows everything about mortgage rates and buying real estate, all that type of thing. And there's been a real kind of a surge saying that rates are going up. And on Friday, Scotiabank dropped theirs. And so did a couple of the virtual lenders drop theirs. Not big,
But some.
not big, but underneath the 3% rate. So you kind of go, well, that's kind of counter to what everybody else is saying. But if you listen to what's not being said when you hear Polotz, who is the head of the Bank of Canada, he's actually thinking that if the economy doesn't move like it should be, he actually might even drop the prime. Now, it won't be a huge drop, obviously, but it'll be enough just to kind of stimulate the economy, get things going. I mean, we just saw that we just lost some employment figures, whereas Americans just had 250,000 new jobs added to the American economy. We saw an increase in unemployment. So we're seeing an increase in unemployment. That means that we need to get more people on the road, get them moving. So that'll have some impact on our interest rates. So I'm thinking our interest rates are great. You're looking at a 5-year rate at 2.89 to 2.99, and you're looking at a variable rate at 2.4. And
Pretty
they're
good.
great.
Pretty darn good, if you ask me.
I like them.
And what do I know about it? I knew you would. That's why we have you on the show. It's 4 minutes after 10, 10:04. Bill will answer the mortgage question of the week in just a couple of minutes. And we'll hear from Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Realty. You are listening to the Radio Real Estate Show. It's Vancouver's original on-air open house on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
Hi, I'm Colin Johnston, VP at Home Equity Bank. As the provider of the Chip Home Income Plan, we are the leading provider of reverse mortgages in Canada. Access some of the equity in your home without affecting your children's inheritance. 94% of Canadians will be willing to give up a portion of their inheritance to maintain or improve their parents' lifestyle. If you could use some extra tax-free money to make the most of your retirement, it's worth talking to your children to see if they feel the same way. For more information about the Chip Home Income Plan from Home Equity Bank, call 604-484-6021, chip.ca.
Tired of chasing that small space you can barely afford? Stop saving for a down payment. Stop paying those high property tax and strata fees. Rent with Holyburn with nothing down. Large suites, large balconies, 24-hour professional service and maintenance. Studios from $900 and one bedrooms from $1,050. Enjoy the lifestyle you deserve today with 50 communities to choose from in Vancouver's West Side, West End, and North Shore neighborhoods. Save money and enjoy the Vancouver lifestyle. Learn more at hollyburn.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem. In these busy and hectic times with family and business responsibilities, it is difficult to find the time to sit down with your mortgage broker and discuss all your mortgage options. I'm available to meet with you at your place of work, your home, our office, or at a place convenient for you. Please give me a call at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
CI 650. I found a piece of real estate and I'm gonna get me some land.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about, Mom and Dad say. When you're growing up, get yourself a piece of land, you'll be all right.
Build a house.
Build a house, live on that land. If you're into real estate for the long term, you can't go wrong.
It's only going to go up.
So
they're
they
not
say.
making any
They're
more
not
land.
making any more land. Thanks, Dad, for that one. It's 10:06 Radio Real Estate Show on Smooth and Easy. CL 650. We have a question of the week for Bill.
Yes, that's the thing about real estate. A lot of people have questions. And this week's mortgage question comes from Doris Marlowe of Port Moody. Doris would like to know if there's anything people can do to protect their credit scores.
That's a good question. Thanks, Sherry. Well, Doris, you're absolutely right. People can do lots to do it. What you want to do is you want to make sure you make your monthly payments on any kind of credit card you might have. You want to check your score about every 6 months. You can do that yourself online. By doing that, you'll actually look at it and you don't impact your score. You should make your minimum payments every month. So you don't want to kind of, say, oh, I'll pay next month, or there's a $100 payment, I'll put $50 this time, and I'll pay $50 next time. No. Make your minimum payment every month. And as often as possible, pay it off in full. The lenders want to see that. Pay on time. Don't be late. Like, don't be late. You get the bill, pay it. Don't put it away. So there are some unique cards that are more or less specific to certain stores that you might only use in that particular store, and that's a real opportunity for you to get into trouble. Well, you might have one of these store cards that you can only use with that store. So you might buy something for $50 or $100 or $500, whatever that might be. You put your card back on the shelf. The invoice comes in. You put it on the shelf. Because you don't use that card every day or every couple of days or once a month, you might miss it. And if you miss it, that $100 will cause you a huge grief on your credit score. So you want to make sure of that. Choose the correct kind of credit cards. Make sure that you're getting credit cards that are going to give you some points or some rewards back so that you can get some benefit from it as opposed to just making the payments. Keep your card at the most. Don't go any higher than 80% of the top level that you've been approved for. So you've been approved for $5,000. Don't go any higher than $4,000. If you go higher than that, you get points taken off your credit score. So you got to be careful of that. What people want to know is that they want to know that you're not overspending. And so if they see you going up to the max all the time, you're overspending. You either are not looking after your credit, or you haven't been proactive enough and gone to your bank or whoever is giving you the card and asked for an increase so you don't go over your limits. And never, ever miss a payment.
Good.
That's
Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Thanks, Dad.
For more expert mortgage information, you can go online, visit BillyMac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Thank you, Sherry. It's 10:09 on the Radio Real Estate Show. Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty joins us now to chat about real estate out in the Tri-Cities. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, Sherry.
And an official Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. Same to you and everybody else there.
Did you have a wild, crazy New Year's Eve, or was it kind of quiet and laid back?
You know what? It was actually quiet and laid back this year. I'm getting old now, Tom. No more wild and crazy.
Okay, folks, you heard her admit it right here in the show. She's getting old, and I had nothing to do with it.
It was lots of board games and, yeah, just took it easy and spent time with family. Christmas did not slow down the market. Coquitlam saw 43 sales, Port Moody had 9, and Port Coquitlam saw 11, with a majority of the homes selling within 1 week on the market, close to asking or over list price. Currently, it's very interesting. We're seeing inventory very low in Coquitlam. Right now, Port Moody and Port Coquitlam have about the same amount of listings that I'm used to seeing. But with Coquitlam, I usually am used to seeing between 400 to 500 listings on the market. And currently, we only have 200 homes listed. There are lots of great buyers out there, pre-approved, looking for their brand new home. So if you live in Coquitlam and are thinking about selling, now is a great time to put your home on the market, to beat the spring market, and have less competition. Tomorrow from 1 to 4, check out the Port Moody Winter Farmers Market, located at the Port Moody Recreation Complex, featuring lots of local products, artisan crafts, and delicious baked goods. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
Whether you're buying or selling in the Tri-Cities, call Andrea Jacques at 604-783-3124. That's 604-783-3124. Or visit pgmre.com.
It's 11 minutes after 10. 10:11 on the Radio Real Estate Show. And coming up in our next segment, we'll chat about the 2015 property assessment. That sounds like it'll be a whole lot of fun.
Ooh.
But we do have somebody on the phone with all the answers. The gentleman's name is Brian Smith. Brian is the acting South Fraser Deputy Assessor for BC Assessment. So we're going right to the meat of the matter.
Really?
You know what? And if you maybe have a question or two for our dear friend from BC Assessment, you can give us a call, 604-280-0650, 604-280-0650. If you're out of town, it's 1-877-280-0650.
This is Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty with mortgage expert Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, our producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on smooth and easy CIL 650.
Hi, I'm Colin Johnston, VP at Home Equity Bank. As the provider of the Chip Home Income Plan, we are the leading provider of reverse mortgages in Canada. Many Canadian seniors are not comfortable accepting financial help from their adult children, but if you're concerned about your parents' finances or feel like they could enjoy their retirement with more tax-free cash flow, you can help them access money they already have using CHIP. Your parents never have to make payments, they never lose control of their home, and they'll never be forced to move or sell. For more information about the Chip Home Income Plan from Home Equity Bank, call 604-484-6021, chip.ca.
Hi, I'm Ron Beckett. Looking for a church home? Come worship with us. Do you want to learn from God's Word? Come grow with us. Are you interested in our community? Come serve with us. We are the Church of Christ, 15042 92nd Avenue in Surrey. Our schedule: Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Bible study, at 11 a.m. worship service, and 6 p.m. prayer meeting. And Friday at 7 p.m. we have a fellowship. Call 604-588-6717.
Looking for a new place and your busy work schedule has you booked up? Take the stress out of renting with Hollyburn Properties full-service rental professionals. We're here to help every step of the way, from your initial search to relaxing in your very own condo-style rental apartment. Our on-site resident managers will make you feel right at home. Be a part of our family. For current rental availabilities, call 604-878-8888 or visit us at hollyburn.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
Jesus said, I go to prepare a place for you. Wow, now there's a real estate deal. Hi, I'm Ron Beckett. I'd like to invite you to a worship service with an undenominational church who follow the Bible only without human traditions. A people who are making an investment for time and eternity. We are the Church of Christ, 15042 92nd Avenue in Surrey. Services are on Sunday morning at 10 a.m., worship is at 11 a.m. and prayer at 6 p.m. And on Fridays, Food for Body and Soul is at 7 p.m. 604-588-6717.
Tired of chasing that small space you can barely afford? Stop saving for a down payment. Stop paying those high property tax and strata fees. Rent with Hollyburn with nothing down. Large suites, large balconies, 24-hour professional service and maintenance. Studios from 900 and one bedrooms from 1050. Enjoy the lifestyle you deserve today with 50 communities to choose from in Vancouver's West Side, West End, and North Shore neighborhoods. Save money and enjoy the Vancouver lifestyle. Learn more at hollyburn.com.
Vancouver weather.
Periods of drizzle ending later on this morning. Today's high, although it will be kind of dank.
And tomorrow, there'll be a few showers ending early in the afternoon with a 60% chance of showers. And on Monday, cloudy with a 40% chance of showers.
And right now, the temperature is 6 degrees.
Radio Real Estate Weather is presented by Legal Shield. When was the last time you signed a contract without really knowing what you've signed? How many times have you heard the words standard contract and thought that meant safe? It would have been beneficial to have a lawyer review it first. For more information, visit 247legal.net.
That website again is?
247.
Sorry?
It's 247legal.net.
From my front porch you can see the sea. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona. If you'll buy that, I'll throw the Golden Gate in free.
It's kind of like flying an airplane and coming in for a landing, and somehow the landing gear is not all the way down and locked. You know, it's scary moments on the show.
No kidding.
Yeah. So I've got myself some waterfront property in Arizona.
I heard that.
Yeah, and, you know, it's assessment time, and I don't know, it's kind of strange. We were going to be speaking with Brian. Brian Smith is the gentleman's name. He is the Deputy Assistant Assessor for the South Fraser region. And for some reason, the telephone line that we have did not connect at Brian's house today.
Oh.
Wow.
So, Brian, if you are indeed listening, wondering where we are, if you could give us a call. You got Brian? For God's sake, we've got Brian out of the sky.
All you have to do is just ask.
Just ask, and he's there. Brian, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. And it's, I guess, been a busy few weeks for you folks over there at the BC Assessment.
Yeah, it started off a little bit busy here over the past week or so. A bunch of people calling in and asking questions about their property assessments.
Let me ask you this question right off the bat, and I don't mean to be a troublemaker here, but like just to stir up the little pot a bit. Why do we need to have a BC Assessment do what they do?
Well, what we do is that we determine what your property is worth based on sales in the area, so that information is provided to local municipalities for property tax calculations.
Mm-hmm.
So we are an independent party from the taxing jurisdiction, just so that there's no influence from the municipalities onto what type of money that they want from the property taxes. We're completely independent.
All right, let's have a little sort of thumbnail sketch of the whole situation. From last year, prices on the west side have gone up a little bit, have they not?
Yes, they have, yes. Across all of Metro Vancouver, the prices have increased from last year.
And you know what's really interesting is I have to say I have a lot of clients. I'm the realtor on the show. I have a lot of clients that get really worried and upset when they do get their assessment in the mail because they think that that's where their home will sell at. And as a realtor, I do explain that, you know, this isn't necessarily market value at this time because you do base the assessment usually 6 months previous, right?
Yeah, so our evaluation date is July 1st of the previous year. So when you get your assessment notice in January, that is based on our valuation as of July 1st.
Right. And of course, that doesn't mean some people have done a lot of improvements that you may not have seen. So it might not be exact based on the improvements they've done?
No, it might not. We try to get, all the information that we can to provide an accurate assessment based on, renovations and any improvements that you have done to your property. We participate in reassessment projects, and we look for information from all different sources to accurately reflect the assessments. But if we don't have something, or renovation or something like that, it may not be reflected in the assessed value.
What are some of the things that you should not, and I repeat, should not add to your home or your property if you don't want the BC Assessment people to come around and say, well, this is going to cost you?
Well, that's a tough question to answer. I don't know what to say that to not do. We get our information from building permits from the municipalities, and that triggers a reassessment automatically. But we also do these reassessment programs throughout throughout the Lower Mainland and the province, where we actually go around and we look at each individual folio and determine what we're missing from our inventory. So if you don't take out the building permit, we hope to catch that inventory through one of our reassessment programs.
So if you feel you need that swimming pool or that tennis court, you just go for it.
Exactly.
Jeez. Well, one of the reasons we have the assessments, I think most people don't understand, other than the fact that they, as Sherry was saying earlier, this is the new value, so this is what they're going to sell it at, which is not correct. This is Bill here, the mortgage guy. I think that one of the things that most people don't understand is that we need these assessments so that we can actually tax the municipalities, so that we can actually have the income to operate the municipalities properly.
Yes, exactly.
We all like to get into the hospital, right?
Exactly.
Somebody has to pay for it.
And someone's got to, obviously plow the roads if we do have some snow.
Yeah, which I hope we don't.
No.
So I did receive a call this week from somebody who was a little concerned over their assessment going down a little bit. And what my advice to her was definitely call you guys and just inquire about it. And if she had an issue, she could always put in a dispute.
Yes, you definitely can. So anybody that is unhappy with what their property is currently assessed at, they do have the opportunity to appeal their assessment, and that needs to be filed with our office by February 2nd. And then during February and up until March 13th, you'll be getting some communication from the Property Assessment Review Panel, where you actually get the opportunity to go in front of an independent third party, three-person panel that will hear our evidence, and then will also hear the evidence from the property owner as to why they feel that their assessment is assessed incorrectly.
Brian, I have a toll-free telephone number. People listening today want to give you a call. It's 1-866-VALUE-BC. That's 1-866-825-8322. 866,
yes.
2582, and they can call you and talk about their situation, right?
Yeah, they certainly can. If they have their assessment notice, when they call in, we'll be asking some, general information about where your property is located, especially the area. So if you do give us a call, make sure you have your assessment handy so that we can properly get you to the right people.
And you've got a great website, too, bcassessment.ca, pretty straightforward. bcassessment.ca tells you lots of things on there.
Yeah, we've enhanced, so our BC assessment website has improved. We have our eValue BC, which allows you to look at unlimited property information about the size of the property, the square, where your property is located, and any recent sales that have occurred in your area that are similar to your property. So you can look on our website to determine if your property is assessed correctly based on the sales that have occurred in your area.
So I'm a bit of a nosy person, so
really,
we know that some properties in the city are selling anywhere from 25 to 50 million. Can you tell me what the taxes on something like that would be?
Well, I'm not familiar with the City of Vancouver's tax rate, but it would be significant. I would say you're probably in the $30,000 plus range in property taxes, but I don't have the information right in front of me on the City of Vancouver's tax rate.
Jeez, Brian, that was hard to swallow there.
I appreciate that, Brian. I know that was a hard question.
Don't worry, Brian, because none of us here, I mean, between the three of us, four of us, we can't come up with a house that's worth that kind of dough. So,
hey, what's wrong with our mobile home?
I have to say one more thing about your website, the BC Assessment Authority website. It is so user-friendly, and there's so much great information on there. If you just want to go and have a bird's eye view of where the most expensive or least expensive properties are in the Lower Mainland, it's extremely user-friendly. So you guys have done a really great job with that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And if somebody wants to dispute their assessment, they have until, did you say February the 2nd?
February the 2nd this year. Generally, it's January 31st.
Right.
Since it falls on a weekend, we've extended it until the Monday. So that's the last day you can file for an appeal on your assessment.
bcassessment.ca is the website, bcassessment.ca. The toll-free telephone number, 1-866-825-8322. That's 1-866-VALUE-BC.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a good number to know. Mark that down. You can find that on the website, bcassessment.ca. Brian, thank you for doing this. I called him on Wednesday. I said, listen, would you be interested in doing this? And he said, sure. And I'm glad you did. You did a great job. Thank you for clearing the air for us.
Yes, no, not a problem. Thanks for having me today.
Maybe we could have another standing date. We can do this again next year if we didn't make you too angry.
Yeah, no, I'd love it. So we'll talk to you guys next year.
Love to have you on the show. Thanks so much, Brian.
Okay.
That's Brian Smith, and he's with BC Assessment. Nice
great guy.
Great job.
Yeah.
And that's a little more clear to some people.
Yeah.
So just because what it says in your assessment is not necessarily what you're going to get for your house if you decide to sell it.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. Sure, Sherry's already said that a couple times, that if you have an assessed value, that may not be the value you're going to get for it.
That's right.
It's what they're using for tax purposes, and there's a difference.
Yes, so homeowners, don't be scared. Just come talk to your realtor.
Exactly.
And I can set you straight on really where your home would sell for.
And I think that's a misnomer a lot. Like, in all the years I've lived here in BC, I just noticed that people think that when they have an assessment coming in, that's going to be the value of the property, not realizing that that's a way to make sure that the municipalities can get the funds that they require to operate their municipalities. I mean, that's how they raise their funds.
And again, if you want to get some more information online, go to bcassessment.ca, bcassessment.ca. That's the website. The telephone number, toll free, 1-866-VALUE-BC. That's 1-866-825-8322. And we were speaking with Brian Smith of BC Assessment. Nice guy. Cleared it all up for us.
Yeah, that was great.
And he did say he'd come back next year to do it again.
Gee.
Most people don't.
No, I was going to say, that's a long-term plan.
It's a long-term plan. Thank you for being with us, Brian. It's 26 minutes after 10 o'clock, Radio Real Estate Show. In the next segment of our program, Mark Perry, our Radio Real Estate voice of the Valley, will talk to us about, well, some of the great activities taking place in and around Chilliwack this year, and also he'll be bringing us up to date on the Inglewood Courtyard.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be talking about something that almost every woman owns in the Lower Mainland and the world.
New car?
No, Lululemon.
Lululemon, holy
Now,
cow.
Lululemon, I'm bringing that up because we will be talking about a local celebrity, Chip Wilson, and what his home is assessed at.
So maybe if Brian is still listening and they haven't done Chip's home yet,
yes,
they can take some note. It's Tom Lucas, along with our co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
Hi, I'm Colin Johnston, VP at Home Equity Bank. As the provider of the Chip Home Income Plan, we are the leading provider of reverse mortgages in Canada. I frequently hear from seniors in this area who are shocked by how much their home's value has increased over the years. If your home value has appreciated, a reverse mortgage can be a smart way to access some of that equity and put it to good use. You can access up to 50% of your home's value while maintaining ownership and never be forced to move or sell. For more information about the Chip Home Income Plan from Home Equity Bank, call 604-484-6021, chip.ca.
Hi. Would you like to study the Bible by correspondence? The lessons are based only on the Bible and are free of charge. You can go at your own speed and start anytime. All we need is your name and address, which we will only use to mail the lessons. We will not add you to any list and never share or sell your information. For information, our website is correspondencecourse.webs.com. Email correspondencecourse@yahoo.ca or call 604-588-6717.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. As a successful broker-owner, I have developed a team of mortgage professionals that support me and my clients. If you're confused with all the mortgage chatter of do's and don'ts, my mortgage team is ready to answer your questions to determine the best mortgage for you. Call 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
CI 650.
1028 on the Radio Real Estate Show on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650. You can get us online at radiorealestateshow.ca. You can go back there, Sherry, listen to the podcast.
Yes.
You can watch the video podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, just everything you want to know. We're on,
you could like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook. That'd be nice.
You can tweet us on Twitter.
Tweet
everything.
on Twitter.
You can get a hold of us. You can watch us. You could listen to us.
You can phone us.
It could be Radio Real Estate all the time.
All day, 24 hours a day.
Yes.
I'm loving it. We could do a channel, the Radio Real Estate channel.
Ooh, wouldn't that be something?
That'd be exciting. I'd be more tired than I am now.
Oh, sorry.
No. People like about this stuff. People love hearing about this stuff. 28 minutes after 10 o'clock, a guy we love to talk to on the show each and every week is Mark Perry. He is the Radio Real Estate voice of the Valley. I think we have him on the line now all the way from Chilliwack. That's a long way away. If you're driving out there from here, especially if you're tired.
I'm out that way on Tuesday. I might even look him up.
You should go by and see him.
I think I will.
Got him on the phone right now. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Sherry.
Welcome to the show. How you doing this beautiful Saturday morning?
You know, it's wonderful. I'm doing great. Nice weather out here in Chilliwack. Very calm, no rain.
I always like to check in with you on the weekend, too, because we always find out what activities are going on out there in the Fraser Valley, because indeed you are the voice of the Valley. And we should all line up and get our little skirts on because we got some cheerleaders today, right?
You betcha we do. We've got the Pacific All-Star Cheerleaders Competition out here at Heritage Park. Come on out and have a look at the cheerleaders in their best.
Okay, I got one for you. Rickety, rickety, ree. Kick him in the knee. Rickety, rickety, ras. Kick him in the other knee.
Yeah, you got that from way back. I can tell that.
Yeah, one of those great old high school cheers. Well, okay, enough said about that. How about the real estate stats for December last year, comparing them to what's coming up?
Very exciting news. Jennifer Feinberg of the Chilliwack Progress just wrote an article that was of the numbers released by the Chilliwack Real Estate Board, and I know Bill and Sherry will, agree that our market has been good throughout the Lower Mainland. We're very, very excited because out here in Chilliwack, for the month of December, there was 47.1% more sales on a year-to-year basis for an annual basis. 2,499 sales in Chilliwack in 2014, which is a spike of 21.1% from 2013. So we're really going in the right way. It's better numbers since our 2008 collapse. Those numbers haven't been seen since 2008, which is great. And our usual dormant market here in early part of January has really been very strong so far. And my sales manager, Tracy Loist, is out doing a listing presentation for somebody that wants to buy into Inglewood. So very excited about it all.
So that's really great, exciting news for the folks that are into real estate in the Fraser Valley.
Prices are right out here. Chilliwack compared to Abbotsford, we could say that they're probably $50,000 less on an average home, you know.
All right, so you're giving me a reason to want to drive out to Chilliwack. What sort of things are going on at the Inglewood Courtyard this weekend?
Ramping up our sales. We're also getting ready to open up our show suites, which will take us to a whole different marketing platform. Laminate flooring was going down in the show suites yesterday. And for the retirees that are enjoying our community, we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on this month. So wanted to chat a little bit about that. They have the coffee meetings and the ladies have their poker nights, and it's a real social activity place to be. And you retire from work and you move to Inglewood and you've got lots of stuff to do here.
Not only that, you've got friends to do it with, and if you have an RV, you've got a place for that as well.
Got an RV. We've got 28 spots out here. Rentals are $2 a foot per month. And they include hydro and your water for your gray water. So it really is, you can just walk down to your RV and jump in it, and away you go.
All right, now if we want to come out and see you this weekend, we get on the highway heading east, and then what?
Come out to Lickman Road. Go southbound on Lickman Road, Tom, until you get to Keith Wilson Road. Take a left on Keith Wilson Road and drive all the way to the very end. We're a dead-end community right at the very end for our retirement community, Inglewood Courtyard.
And don't forget to say hello to all those cheerleaders from Uncle Bill.
Yeah, you know what? Exactly. And it'll be good to get as many people as we possibly out this weekend.
Sounds great, Mark. We'll chat with you next weekend.
Excellent. This is Mark Derry, the voice of the Valley, on the Radio Real Estate Show.
For more information on Inglewood Courtyard and Chilliwack, call Mark at 778-240-8513, 778-240-8513, or go to inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
It's 10:33 on the Radio Real Estate Show, and this is the part of the program we get all the calls about.
This is the good part.
Doesn't matter what Bill and I do, but they just love real estate gossip.
Absolutely.
We find out how the other side live, right?
I'll tell you.
Yeah, and today Sherry's got a great story about a local mogul, if you wish.
Yes, a local mogul celebrity. And, you know, years ago, I don't know how many years ago, but he created a product called Lululemon. And I don't know what woman doesn't own a pair of Lululemon pants. I know I have a few. I guess
really?
you probably don't.
How come you never wear them here?
You can see through them.
Really?
No. Anyways, it's interesting always to see how the other half lives here in Vancouver. And the average home value has jumped up, as we know, 10%. Now, the most expensive house in all of the city belongs to Lululemon founder Chip Wilson.
No.
And his waterfront mansion in Kitsilano was valued at $57.6 million.
Could you please repeat that? How much?
$57.6 million.
$57.6 million.
Yes, and if you're watching online, you can see how big this estate is. It's absolutely huge.
Can you see through the house if all the windows are open?
No, I don't think you can. And he's got 3 neighbors living alongside him, and they're in the upper echelon of Vancouverites as well. in Point Grey. They next to the most expensive homes in the city. These properties were valued between 50.1 and 31.1 million. And then there's another one that's 28 million.
Mm-hmm.
So back in Vancouver, a Shaughnessy home built in 1912 is valued at $27.4 million.
I remember when they built that one.
Did you really?
Yes. So there you have it. We do have expensive homes in Vancouver.
You mentioned some of those homes in Point Grey, like along Belmont and Bellevue, that sort of thing. I for a while in my youth, I lived on West 2nd, just off Saskatchewan. I lived about 2 blocks away from there, and we used to go up there and just drool.
Wow.
Beautiful homes.
That's
Well, we
nice,
were talking earlier that there's 20% of the homes in Vancouver have been valued at more than $1 million.
Wow.
We're only second to Toronto, which has 32% of their homes are valued over $1 million.
Yes.
But they're a bigger city than we are.
Yeah.
And that's your celebrity real estate gossip today.
And if you like more celebrity real estate gossip online, just go to our website, RadioRealEstateShow.ca. That's RadioRealEstateShow.ca. You click on the icon and you can get more of Sherry's real estate gossip.
You need a computer for that, though, right?
You do.
Okay.
You do. And Sherry digs deep for dirt. You really do.
I dig
That's
deep.
amazing.
I do.
And so much for your free Lululemon pants now.
Yeah, maybe they'll be in the mail.
Well, you didn't say anything bad. It's Radio Real Estate 10:35 is the time. In our next segment, we'll connect with Dan Sander and Katrina May from Hollyburn Properties. They'll talk about helping with the hidden cost of moving. Plus, we'll hear about a great rental opportunity available at Shaughnessy House on West 12th Avenue near Granville on the city's west side.
And we'll hear from Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. And this morning, Bill,
I'm talking about why should you use a mortgage broker as opposed to your friendly banker?
Good question. Why should you use a mortgage broker as opposed to your friendly banker?
Absolutely.
Now, let's get something cleared up right before we go any further. You don't have anything against your friendly person at the bank, do you?
We do financing with the banks all the time.
Okay.
Matter of fact, back in the early 90s, the banks had made a decision that if they could have brokers provide their mortgages for their clients, then they could actually not have to worry about having any branches.
Really?
So that was the premise of why brokers were set up back in the 90s.
I see.
So that we could actually provide the services that clients want anyways. It's no different than the insurance brokers.
You haven't used all your information yet, have you?
No.
No. Stupid question, Tom. It's Tom Lucas here with our co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house. It's Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
Hi, I'm Colin Johnston, VP at Home Equity Bank. As the provider of the Chip Home Income Plan, we are the leading provider of reverse mortgages in Canada. Over the past 30 years, we've helped thousands of Canadians access home equity in their homes without giving up ownership or having to move or sell. An increasing number of people are using home equity to upgrade their lifestyle and make the most of retirement. Our new Income Advantage Plan is specifically designed for those seniors looking to enhance their lifestyle throughout retirement. For more information about the Chip Home Income Plan from Home Equity Bank, call 604-484-6021, chip.ca.
Tired of chasing that small space you can barely afford? Stop saving for a down payment. Stop paying those high property tax and strata fees. Rent with Hollyburn with nothing down. Large suites, large balconies, 24-hour professional service and maintenance. Studios from $900 and one bedrooms from $1,050. Enjoy the lifestyle you deserve today with 50 communities to choose from in Vancouver's West Side, West End, and North Shore neighborhoods. Save money and enjoy the Vancouver lifestyle. Learn more at hollyburn.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Most people need advice on mortgage financing. We provide personal financial advice with no vested interest and at no cost. We're compensated by the lenders. We'll review your current financial situation to determine if you are ready to purchase. If not, we'll help develop a plan to put home ownership in your future. For more information, call 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
Periods of drizzle ending by noon today, and then mostly cloudy. There's about a 40% chance of showers. Today's expected high about 7 degrees.
And tomorrow, a few showers ending early in the afternoon, then cloudy with a 60% chance of showers in the evening. On Monday, it's cloudy with a 40% chance of showers.
And right now, it's 6 degrees.
Radio Real Estate Weather is presented by Legal Shield. Buying a home doesn't stop at the real estate agent. Movers, landscapers, hiring contractors, landlord, tenant, or strata issues. Possibly noisy neighbors? Know your rights. For more information, visit 247legal.net.
CL650. I can put you in the condo.
Well, if a condo's your thing, we can do that.
Absolutely.
As long as it's about real estate in this show, we get to it sooner or later, don't we?
I would think you're right.
Well, otherwise we have to do a different kind of show, I guess. So it's 10:39 now. That is the time, 10:39.
On a dull, rainy Saturday, Sunday.
But it should get better.
How many days till spring?
About 70. And I'm waiting for it.
Me too.
Because I hate winter. See, I don't ski and that kind of stuff, so I hate it.
I just work.
Me too. And Sherry works, and Dwayne, we all work. We never get a chance to get away and do things.
Exactly. So if it's raining.
Well, I might go skiing.
And tonight, Dwayne is going to the company
Christmas party?
No, not Christmas, but holiday party.
Yeah, so holiday. He's late for the normal Christmas party, but he's early for the Chinese Christmas party. Or the Ukrainian Christmas party.
No, he's going to the holiday party.
I see.
Because
it's multicultural.
Because Dwayne is a very politically correct kind of fellow.
That's right.
And don't forget, this year when you get to the party, we're not saying where it is because we don't want the buses going by and people taking pictures of all the celebrities from the radio stations going by here. But if you do go this week, apparently to the party, it is a shoes-on party.
Yes, my favorite kind.
I love shoes-on.
Because last year, apparently you took your shoes off.
Oh.
And, I changed the rules.
Not the same.
Exactly.
It changes the whole effect of your wardrobe.
You buy those little sneaker balls, you put them in your sneaker. Do you ever wash your sneakers?
No.
Might be a good idea. So shoes on this year, and you'll be just fine. I was just thinking, though, the secretary of the general manager received some questions from people here at the radio station, really asking if it was a shoes-on party.
Maybe that was a sock op.
Well, maybe. But, growing up, I would never consider to call and ask my host whether we wear our shoes or not. Would you? Did you?
I just would hope that you could keep your shoes on because I've got a lot of nice shoes, and I don't want to take them off.
You have nice shoes, but your socks aren't so great. Is that
That's right.
I see. Well, it's 10:41. You've got the Radio Real Estate Show, and it's time now to talk about rental accommodation with Dan Sander and Katrina May of Hollyburn Properties. I've got Katrina on the phone line. Hey, how are you, Katrina?
Thank you, Tom. I've got Dan Sander here from Hollyburn Properties. Dan, if you could please tell us a little bit about Hollyburn Properties and what it is that the company does.
Thanks, Katrina. We've been around for 40 years, and our focus is on the high-end rental market in Vancouver. We are on the North Shore, we're in the downtown, and we're on the West Side communities. We have about 53 communities in Greater Vancouver, and we provide exceptional service and high-quality rentals to our residents.
What are some of the benefits of renting in today's market versus owning?
That's a great question. It's something that we get asked a lot. And the biggest factor is cost. There's a recent study done downtown by CMHC that indicates that one bedrooms are 35% less expensive to rent than to own, and two bedrooms are half the cost to rent than to own downtown Vancouver. So the number one thing is cost. The number two thing is flexibility. Also associated with those costs are no expensive maintenance fees, no strata fees, no property taxes, no mortgage, no special assessments. The flexibility part is really a key component. You're not locked into anything long term. You have the ability to move around. You have the ability to test a neighborhood out to see if you like it before you commit to that neighborhood. So renting is a great option in today's market.
I think a lot of people can relate to that in Vancouver, especially where over 50% of the population are renters. So why would they rent from Hollyburn versus any one of the other landlords?
First of all, we've been around for a long time. We've really refined the experience to our residents. We've been around for 40 years. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So we do feel we provide a high level of service to our residents. We have excellent resident managers in the field at the ground level in our buildings 24 hours a day for the residents' needs. And really, if you go to hollyburn.com, on all of our buildings, we have resident testimonials, people that live in the building that can talk about what that experience has been like for them. So I encourage everyone to go to hollyburn.com and see for themselves.
Give a call to the resident manager, set up an appointment right on the spot, and go from there. One of the benefits of renting is definitely the flexibility to move around, but there are certainly some hidden costs involved. Can you tell us a little bit about what those costs might be?
Moving is a stressful time for people, and often is the case that there's a lot of costs associated with moving that they may or may not anticipate. Just the movers themselves can be quite expensive. Installation fees, boxes, wrapping, your gym memberships, figuring out your parking, your transportation. There's many, many hidden costs, and the biggest consideration with moving is time, really. It can be quite daunting in many cases, but at Hollyburn, we can help you. We have solutions for people to help them move.
Hollyburn has several partnerships with different businesses in the community with the intention of minimizing the costs of moving, making making the transition smooth and helping out residents. What are some of the companies that you partner with that can help reduce those costs?
We have a great relationship with Jiffy Move. They're great movers. They're $79 for 2 men per hour. We also have a great relationship with Frogbox that help you downsize, get unnecessary things out of your space you're in. We also provide storage. We have many different storage solutions. We have a relationship with Maple Leaf Storage that gives people a great option for outside storage, as well as we have storage solutions inside of our buildings as well for people that have maybe a little bit more stuff and they're not quite sure what to do with it, or they're getting nervous about downsizing. So we have many different types of solutions that really help people get into our buildings.
And one of the other great things about Hollyburn, it's not a strata, it's not a condo, so there are no fees for wrapping elevators, there's no move-in, move-out fee. So that's just one other thing to consider. And all of the buildings are located in A locations, so those are right on transit routes, no need for the cost of a car. And many of them have gyms or access to gyms as well, so that's another membership fee that you might be able to cross off your list. Definitely take a look at our website, hollyburn.com, to see the current rental availabilities and amenities.
This week's hot property of the week is Shaughnessy House. It's located at 1465 West 12th Avenue in South Granville and Vancouver's west side. We have studios available for $1,200 a month, starting immediately, so if you're interested, definitely get in touch. The suite features an updated kitchen and bathroom, a west-facing balcony with beautiful views. The building itself has 24/7 laundry, free Wi-Fi, and all common areas, gated and surface parking, as well as our on-site professional management. The managers there are really wonderful at creating a sense of community. Throughout the year, they host several resident events, such as a holiday tea in the lobby and potlucks and things like that. So it's a great building to be a part of, a great community there. The location is 1 block from trendy South Granville. There's boutiques and cafes galore. It's 1 block from Starbucks, very close to transit, and it's also close to Granville Island shops and restaurants, which is a great place to take guests when they're in town. So if you're interested in studio suites at the Shaughnessy House, please visit our website. This is Katrina May with Dan Sander for Radio Real Estate.
To learn more about Hollyburn Properties or to get information about one of their great rental accommodations, call 604-662-7345. That's 604-662-7345. Or visit hollyburn.com.
Don't mess with Bill. No. Don't mess with Bill. Don't mess with Bill. Say it one more time.
Don't mess with Bill. That's the Marvelettes. You remember that one?
I do.
Yeah, Don't
I
Mess
remember
with
it came
Bill.
out.
I love that tune.
It is. It's a great tune.
It's a great tune.
You know, when you're a young guy growing up and they have songs with your name on it, like it just made you feel like
They
more
never had
special.
a song with my name in it.
Fred?
Never. There's Sherry, baby. And there was Dwayne Allman, of course, but, you know, Tom?
No Tom.
Tom Dooley. There was.
Major
Yes, it was Tom Dooley.
Yeah, Hang Down Your Head, Tom Dooley. Not the greatest song on my mind.
No, well, it's still sad.
It is. It's 10:47 on the Radio Real Estate Show. And today we're speaking with our mortgage guy, our mortgage guru on the show, Bill Macklem, who is president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. And today, Bill, just in case somebody got off the bus too early and didn't get the story, we're going to talk about why, if you're looking for money to purchase a home or to do some refinancing or maybe get a second mortgage, you should go and talk to your mortgage broker first before maybe heading off to the bank.
Absolutely.
Let's clear this up again in case somebody just tuned in now. You don't have anything against the banks.
I have nothing against banks.
Okay.
Banks, we're actually putting you together with a bank.
Oh, okay.
We are actually a partner of the bank. So when we go to the head offices in Toronto or Montreal or Calgary or Vancouver, we're going to a side of the approval process that approves mortgage brokers' submissions on clients. That same building on the other side has the branch network, and they have to go the same direction. So up until about 81, 82, 83, bank managers had the ability to approve your loan, your line of credit, your mortgages on the spot. After the drop in 81, where they had the huge problem with finances, that was taken away from all the branch managers, and that was all then relegated out to head offices. And so just because you know your bank manager, just because you know your loans officer, doesn't mean that they have any more power to get your mortgage approved than a mortgage broker, because we all go to the same people to get them approved. The problem that most people don't realize is that, so let's say you're dealing with a branch in Willowbrook, Murrayville, you know, good branches there. We've dealt with TD and the Royal Bank out there, and so they do a certain amount of volume. Well, what most people don't realize is that loans officer that you're talking to may only do $2 or $3 million of the mortgages this year. So when he submits his file to head office, he's on the bottom end of the pile because he doesn't submit a lot of deals. So he hasn't got the recognition that lenders will look at. Whereas people like us, when we do 70 or 80 or 90 million with that particular lender, they pay attention to us, and so we're able to do things that the branches cannot do, or maybe we just do it a little bit better, or maybe we just have the ability to respond back to the client in a much more informative way. That's what I would be saying.
So if something comes in, some paperwork from Dominion Macklin Mortgages, and they see that at the lender's office, they're going to pay maybe a little more attention to that right off the top of the bat than they will for Bob Jones, who might be working at CIBC somewhere.
Exactly. And people don't realize that. I mean, this is all about the size of the beating stick, if you want to call it that. The stick that you're using to negotiate on, the more volume you do, the larger the stick, the larger the negotiation power we have. And so that's what we look at. So that's why we try to do the volume that we do. That's why our company, like our franchise, my Macklin Mortgage franchise, we've got 15 brokers. We all work together as a team, so to speak. We're all independent of each other, but as a whole, we have a certain amount of volume that's going to all of the different lenders, and that impacts our clients. So that they get either better service, a better rate. They do all those things. And what most people don't realize is that this is a free service. It doesn't cost you anything. The banks pay us. They pay us a finder's fee. I mean, yes, I will charge you if you're going to be buying a place that's gone into foreclosure, that's not readily habitable, that might have a demolition permit on it. Obviously, we have to go to a different kind of lender. It's not, the normal lenders are not going to put a mortgage on that, because all lenders in Canada want to put mortgage on homes that are readily saleable to somebody else in a reasonable time frame. So if it's only half built, that's not likely going to be sold real quick.
So in most cases then, if somebody is thinking about getting a mortgage, number one, go to a mortgage broker because it doesn't cost you anything in most cases.
It's free.
So you get paid then through the lenders.
To the lenders.
So they will pay you, if I come in and get a mortgage with your company, I don't have to pay you anything.
Nothing.
And they'll take care of you.
Exactly. You'll still have the same cost you would have if you went to a branch. You'll have an appraisal fee. You'll have a legal fee to close. If you're buying for more than $475, you're going to have property transfer tax. You're going to have all the same costs you would normally have if you either use us or a branch. So the costs are no different. I mean, if you're a second or third time home buyer with us, we start participating with you. We might pick up a legal fee or an appraisal fee, or do something like that. We have a client that we gave a credit card, Visa card to, just to say thank you because they dealt with us, and they dealt with us other than dealing with a bank. So, and yet they still have the same mortgage approval through their bank. So it's really interesting. The other thing about that we do is that we only pull one credit bureau.
Well, yeah, this is what I was going to say, actually, Bill, is that there's choice.
Yes.
You pull one credit bureau, and there's a plethora of choices that you can offer.
We have 60 lenders.
Whereas if you go to a bank, it's like just one choice. There's usually just one. They usually don't farm out to other banks. But with a mortgage broker, not only are you getting a different kind of service, because you're not dealing with an employee of somebody who may not be there. They're only working 5 days a week. So if you need them on the weekend, they're not there. You're there.
Yes.
And you can offer choice.
Absolutely.
You were telling us a quick little story before we went on the air today. Why don't you share that with the audience about the woman in your office that used to work for one of the branches, and she made a phone call?
We were talking earlier this morning, and my premise is that I don't understand why more people don't use mortgage brokers because they're free. And so we were talking about one of the ladies that works with me, and she's been dealing with her bank. She used to work at that bank, and now she works for me. And she has this financial person that she talks to on a fairly regular basis for the last 15 years. And she phoned up for an appointment with this particular person. And the girl answered and said, "Oh, well, no, he doesn't work here." And she said, "So hang on a sec. I've been coming to this branch for the last 15 years. I've actually had appointments with him. He's in the second office on the right-hand side, and he's seen me, and I talk to him on a regular basis. I know he's there." She says, "Oh, maybe I'll just check." So she puts her on hold and goes to talk to a couple other girls in the office, and comes back and said, "I'm sorry, this fellow's never worked here." So she kind of goes like, "Well, that's insane," because I know he has. So she phoned one of her other branches that she knows, and she talked to them and said, "Oh yeah, he just got transferred to another office," but nobody knew that.
Wow.
So you kind of go like, well, and this is a lady that's dedicated to her bank. So it's an amazing process. We talk about brokers, And most people have the impression that a broker is secondary, not a primary source of getting a mortgage, but a secondary source. You can't get the bank, go see your broker. If you want to get a second opinion, go to your broker. Well, with the amount of volume that we do, I mean, we all see Don Cherry on radio and TV. We all see the Dominion advertising on all the radio stations and TV stations around the Lower Mainland across Canada. So we know that they're significant and they're going to be around for a long time. And so people have to get the idea that this is a choice. This is a way to go. This is a way to save you some time. The credit bureaus are only one. We help the people with less than perfect credits, so we can help them out a little bit more. We provide choices, as you said earlier, and options. We try to customize the lender that we find for you to your needs, as opposed to, here's a lender, you got to fit into their little square box.
So if you get me a mortgage at, let's say, the Scotiabank, and if I go into the Scotiabank just to do some business, well, they're going to still treat me okay? Or they're going to say, oh, you're one of Bill Macklem's guys? And
well, matter of fact, it might turn the other way.
I see.
So what might happen is if they know that, because we're a partner of Scotiabank, so if they find out that you're dealing with me and you're coming to Scotiabank, they know that I'll be following up on their service, and so therefore they might give you even a little bit better service than they normally would.
So I can have a cup of coffee and just enjoy my banking.
Absolutely. I've had a couple of clients call me. I've actually gone in with them to their lender, to their loans officer that, I mean, they've already got their mortgage. They're all happy. Everything's all been set up, but they wanted some clarification. So they invited me along, and I sat with them, and we went through this whole process. And it just gives you a little bit more flexibility and certainly a little more credibility.
That Billy is a nice guy, isn't he?
He's a nice guy.
Now, next week on the show, you're going to talk about something kind of special.
We talk about seniors. We know that there's a lot of people that are past 60 that have strong equity in their homes, may not be getting the kind of pensions they want because of what's going on in the economy and some of the interest rates that are being paid by the GICs and term deposits. And so we need to look at those folks, see how we can help them to stay where they are until they actually have to move, as opposed to this is the only option, we got to move.
Thank you, Bill. You can get more expert mortgage information online by visiting BillyMac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y. MAC.com, or by calling Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Thank you, Sherry. In the next segment of the program, our home handy guy, Finn Jensen, says things will smooth out once January gets itself sorted out.
This is Sherry Brown of RE/MAX Performance Realty with Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages, our producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
Hi, are you interested in studying the Bible through a correspondence course? A course that is based only on the Bible and is free of charge? These lessons will give you an overview of the Bible. You will learn more about God, His Son Jesus, and how we can receive the gift of eternal life. Hope to hear from you soon. For information, our website is correspondencecourse.webs.com. Email correspondencecourse@yahoo.ca. Call 604-588-6717.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
CIL 650.
This old house is getting shaky, boys. This old house is getting old. This old house flips in the rain now, and this house flips in the cold.
This is Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650. Time now for Finn Jensen, our Radio Real Estate home handyman. Finn, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, everyone. The first month of the year can be a bit of a sputter and groan, but give it a couple of weeks, things will smoothen out. Understandably, there is reluctance here and there. The holidays can do that to you. It's an appreciated event that celebrates our hard work and belief in gratitude. Already, when one looks around, the early signs of fresh beginnings are starting to build. Some items are probably carried over from 2014, but new project starts are evident. Land is being broken, contractor vehicles in line, trades talking seriously, hot coffee in hand. And yes, real estate is moving. Not that it really stops, just a downshift, then it's full speed into February, after it's all on cruise control until midsummer, when hardworking realtors and builders enjoy a little R&R. and then it's onward again to you know what. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
If you have any plumbing or heating work to be done this winter, call Finn at Gentech Mechanical Installations at 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
You do those numbers so eloquently, you should become a mortgage broker. Oh, you are?
I am a mortgage broker, and I like numbers.
I know. You're a guy that loves numbers. It's 10:58. There's a number for you. It's the Radio Real Estate Show on CL 650, another number. Sherry Brown, before we go, you have an open house today, and you got a listing you want to talk about.
Yes, I have a beautiful listing. I'm working with a great lady named Laura Duranowski, and we have a new listing. It's 1508 Blackwood Street. This is in White Rock. It's a 3-bedroom townhouse in White Rock. There's only 5 units in this complex, and it's $392,000. They've had a lot of beautiful updates done to it. It's really in the heart of White Rock. So if you're looking for White Rock 3-bedroom townhouse, beautifully renovated, only 5 units in the building, nice and quiet. It's unit number 2, 1508 Blackwood Street for $392,000. And we also have another one that we have an open house on tomorrow between 2 and 4. This is at 350 174th Street in South Surrey. It's by the way, that other listing is 45 plus, and this is a 50 plus. So for that, there's no kids there running around. It's for that older crowd, or around my age crowd. And
mature crowd.
That's right. So this listing, there's an open house on it tomorrow. It's $648,888. It's over 2,000 square feet. It is 2-story with basement. It's at the Greens at Douglas. And you could save the GST in one of South Surrey's premier communities for 50 plus. And you can go have a look at it tomorrow. Laura will be there. It's 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Beautiful, beautiful unit. So that's tomorrow between 2 and 4 at 350 174th Street, Unit 64.
And some people want to get in touch with you to get some more information. What do they have to do?
Both these both of these listings are on our website, and you can go to sherrybrown.ca, SHERI Brown.ca, or you can give us a call directly at 604-970-6789. That's 604-970-6789.
Now, you see, Sherry is one of the younger members of the show, but she's not that young.
Well,
I'm not saying anything.
on.
You go right ahead, buddy.
I know. I get enough trouble as it is. I don't need any help.
Yeah, so do I. Me too. So that's it for today. Thank you all for listening. It's fun as usual. I'm looking forward to your
show
series next week on seniors and mortgages.
Well, I'm going to be talking to you later about that.
No, I'll be paying close attention, too. And Sherry, you're off to do some open houses and talk to clients today?
I am. I have a few showings today.
Good.
It's getting busy out there.
Yeah, so put your house on the market. If you want to sell for spring, you want to beat that spring rush, list now.
List now.
Yeah. Dwayne, enjoy the party tonight. Thank you for being here today.
You know I will.
Yeah, we'll talk to you all next Saturday morning. Radio Real Estate, 10 o'clock on Smooth and Easy, CL 650. And I'll talk to you Monday afternoon at 2 on the radio. You have a wonderful weekend. It's Tom Lucas for Bill Macklem and Sherry Brown and Dwayne Bishop saying thank you. Bye.